Hey, good afternoon. I want to document what I did to the van here. It's been a long time. Somebody once commented on one of my YouTube videos that the Lord told him that my van was just too badass for me. And I would have to agree. I'm not an official badass when it comes to a jail record or anything, but yeah, my van, I like my van. It has a little bit of rust on it, as you can see, in some spots, and I've recently treated those spots. There's a spot down there that needs cut out. And overall, I mean, this is the original paint on the van that came from the factory and the conversion package that was done on it. This is no longer a conversion van as most people know it. A lot of the things that are inside you can see on other videos that I've done as far as the cabinetry and how I set it up to do some camping prior to the bus coming along. So this engine problem that I had has been going on since for about 2 years, and I knew that the job that I had to do on this van was going to be a hard job for me to do because I've never installed an engine before. I had a number 3 cylinder that had no compression in the 305 V8 engine that's in this van, and I had a couple of choices to make in regards to should I just go ahead and take off the head and replace the valves, the vent valves, or whatever was wrong with it, or do I go ahead and find another engine and put another engine in it. So I've been here at the garage for about 8 or 9 months, and I don't know why it's taken so long for this job to get done. And the only thing I can explain about it is that the job had to be done by me, and I've never installed an engine, and particularly in a van. Now, I've watched people do it, but I've never done it, and it's quite different because you have the inside that you have to go, you know, the engine's halfway in, halfway out. So I'm gonna do just a little walk around here, and I have a good air compressor on there now in regards to the AC. So right now I'm testing it to see how the system is sealed up. I put no oil rings on the system for the AC so I can have air conditioning. A friend once, I helped a friend clean his basement out, and he had 2 cans of the old R12 Freon that goes into these. So I'm going to keep it the R12 Freon, but I want to make sure that it's the stuff stays in there, so it has to be sealed. As you can see, there's not much room to put an engine in, and it was very difficult to do it. The whole front end had to be taken off, the grill, the center section, the radiator, condenser, and everything in here, and then put an engine hoist through this hole. So it was a challenge, a big challenge. So it's in. I'm gonna do this little documentation of what I've done before I seal everything up. So the history on this engine is an 85 out of a pickup truck with 46,000 miles on it. It was owned by an older gentleman, and he didn't drive it much, and it came out of Pennsylvania, and the truck was so rusted that it wouldn't pass inspection. So they took the engine out of it, and this is what you see. New gaskets and everything have been put on it. I've gone through and made some adjustments. I've had to do some modifications. The throttle body, this was the original engine of a carburation. Had a 4-barrel quadrajet carburetor on top of it, so I had to use my old intake. And these heads down in this area, right in here, these the intake and the heads are different, the way the bolts from the intake go into the head. So I had to do some drilling out and some things that would be less conventional and you wouldn't find on something that a mechanical shop would do on somebody's vehicle. So it should hold up on what I did, and I think everything will be alright. But it does run beautifully. It starts and sounds real good. Walk around here. I'll fire it up. I'm sorry it's taking